I'm Fran, colon cancer stage 4. I'm just going to do little short video clips, continuing each one. I don't want to make them too long. And then later, after I just tell you my story, I'm going to start like blogging and coming online and just telling you my my test results and how I am, my symptoms, side effects to chemo, and what I'm going through right now. So you could like kind of follow my journey of what I've been through and what I am going through now until, well, we'll see if it's till the end or if I ever beat this, but that's very unlikely, but I stay positive anyway and do what I have to do. Okay, so where was I now? Okay, so then they said the cancer came back, had 3 or 4 tumors, and then my friend Linda said, oh, she had said if the cancer ever came back, she was going to take me to Dallas, which she did. She took me to Dallas, where the oncologist that I met at her cancer fundraiser party in Illinois was, Dr. Nemunitis. She took me to see him at his office, and he said, well, that I was a good candidate for the surgery, the HEPIC surgery, because I only had a few tumors. So they could go in there and just surgically remove that, and that they have the best surgeon in the country, he said, Dr. Coons, which works there at Medical City in Dallas, Texas. So he recommended me to see him, which we stayed an extra day so I could go see Dr. Coon the next morning, and he arranged to look at my CAT scan on the disc. I brought the disc so he could look at it, and he looked at it and said that yeah, I showed like just a few tumors, and that it looked minimal, the disease, according to my CAT scan results. It didn't look like it was anything major. So he said to quit chemo, because I had started back when in December. What was it when they okay, I was in remission, so I was off chemo, and then September, October, November, whatever, I was off chemo, and then when my results came back, I remember I started back on chemo New Year's, like after New Year's, because I remember New Year's Eve. Anyway, I remember I started chemo after the New Year, back on chemo. And then this time he said, since the full fury, didn't really seem to work, evidently, because the cancer came back. But I was off chemo also for a few months to give it time to come back, I guess. But he said sometimes your body builds up an immune to the chemo and it doesn't, work as good. The medicines or the poisons, it's poison. So they were going to change it, and he said, let's try the other chemo again, the one that you had a bad reaction to. So I said, okay, sure, let's go for it, So he put me back on the Folfox, which is the oxypilotin, the 5-FU, you know what FU stands for, right? And leucovorin. And yeah, so I did 1 month, which was every 2 weeks, and that was like 3 days, and then you would wait, whatever, a week and a half, and then you'd go back in and get the IV put in again for 3 days, and the whole thing repeated again. So every 2 weeks I would do that. And so I'd been on chemo for a month, and then I went to go see the doctor in February. And then he said about the surgery, I was a good candidate. So I wanted to try to, he said he only did surgeries on Thursdays. So I wanted to try to get the surgery done as soon as possible, because I also was laid off in December. And I was panicking about my health insurance because, I have cancer. If I didn't have cancer, I wouldn't be so freaked out over it. But because of the fact that I need health insurance now, really need it. So I was worried. And they laid all the hairdressers off at the salon because they decided that they wanted to lease it out, and they no longer wanted it to be Marriott. So it's not even Marriott employees that are working in the salon anymore, and they had a different company come in and take over. So that was not good, but anyway, so my cancer came back, and I got laid off all at the same time, and I guess, it was good timing, whatever, because, anyway, so I got on Cobra Insurance, and anyway, I was worrying about my health insurance. So I was thinking, oh no, Cobra, what if they deny the surgery or something? And I knew like I was going to have it like eight weeks, my insurance, and like a severance pay for 8 weeks for the 8 years I had worked there. And then, so I just wanted to hurry up and try to get the surgery as soon as possible before it switched over to Cobra. But I don't think it really mattered. But anyway, I did want to hurry up and get it done. So he said, well, you have to quit chemotherapy for 1 month before we do the surgery. You know, so you're strong and it's just out of your system, all the chemo. Because the chemo makes you sick and weak. And also, I think it makes your tissues inside your body soft, which I didn't know. I just recently found out that. But, so I got off chemo for a month, and then February 2nd, I scheduled my surgery. And then, yeah, he said, well, yeah, we'll be able to get all your tumors out, 3 or 4 tumors. And then we'll put this hot chemo wash through you, and then it's about a 4-hour procedure. Then after that, he goes, you'll be cancer-free, and 20% chance that the cancer will never come back again. And he was saying, oh yeah, making me think that I would never have to do chemo again, and that I probably most likely the cancer would be gone. And I was like, wow, that sounds too good to be true. That's like amazing. And okay, I'm going to continue this in the next video. Signing out.